haven't recorded for a month.
Yeah, I've been busy.
I think I think I don't like recording this podcast. I guess if we're gonna do this, if we, you know, like, cause I somehow am married to you, but trying to do this podcast with you frustrates me a lot.
What do you think that is? Do you not get my humor in the podcast?
Perhaps I don't. And, you know, if you can believe it, like once upon a time when I was living in a city where everyone has a podcast, I was doing a lot of them as a guest, and I can usually pick up on, you know, cues and jokes and stuff. And here I struggle with that.
I've got a special type of autism that you just can't really, you know, really comes alive when there's a microphone in front of my face. If you see me do stand up,
I have seen you do stand up, and I listened to you tell me your new joke ideas, but. We, you know, just to give context, I guess, you know, we just sat down and recorded, I would say 12 minutes of...
a vicious argument.
It was not you make it sound way more exciting.
I was about to get violent.
But
then I remembered there was a camera on me, and that would have been juicy for the prosecution.
Yeah, well, you know, and... Don't threaten me with a good time if you're alluding to me being dead.
Speaking of prosecution, you should have seen the prosecution in the Kyle Rittenhouse case.
I didn't watch the news. Okay. I just heard about it.
Let me just tell you the funniest thing that happened, because, you know, I was tripping last weekend, and I had no one to hang around with, so I was watching the actual court proceedings.
That's what you would do when you're on drugs.
Like it. I like the way there's cameras in court. That should be in every country. That's just, it's not even just an American thing. It's like certain states. But the prosecution, while he had the weapon, the M16, he pointed it at the jury. It was very funny because everyone was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" It's like, how dumb are you? Like, you're not meant to point the gun ever at anyone.
You're like, this is what got us here.
Yeah. This fucking geek.
Wow. Wait. Yeah. Wow. Well, you know.
So after that, then I was like happy with the outcome. Only because I just didn't look at this one guy's face.
You know, I'm not going to lie. I didn't watch the trial. I can't say for sure what I think the outcome should be. I'm glad to hear there was a trial. I guess, you know, I'm usually inclined to believe things don't work out the way I think they should. So if I was just going by that notion, I'm sure the verdict is incorrect. But I don't know. I didn't watch it. I can't speak to it.
Yeah, no, this podcast does endorse Kyle Rittenhouse. We should get him as a guest.
No, that is
We should
incorrect.
try and get him as a guest.
I don't want to talk to that guy.
He's a fat corn-fed retard.
Yes, precisely.
With a gun?
Yeah, I don't need more of that in my life.
You don't even know country people.
I'm looking at you.
Oh, okay.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to say, well, we can get back to the Kyle Rittenhouse, but like, we just need to apologize to the fact we haven't recorded. We do have some Patreon subscribers. We did lose some, probably because we didn't record. And as they listen to this, they're like, hey, we should actually unsubscribe too. Whatever. You know, like, I think I've realized, like, podcasting is not going to be my claim to fame. But we do appreciate the support of the people that are still left. I will say their names because you don't know who they are. They are Damo, Kev, Chicken House, and I'm pretty sure that's it. Well, we got a couple on the lower tiers. We got some people on the lower tiers, so thank you too. But those are the ones. As
long as they have forgotten they have subscribed to our Patreon, we should be good. Which I know, I know some of those people. Millions. I know some of those people personally, and they have busy lives, so they're just until they check their bank account and going, "What the fuck am I paying for this?"
Yeah, fair enough. But
thank you, guys.
Thank you, but we should apologize. But I know we lack consistency with this podcast sometimes. But what we are doing for you is remaining married. So that, I think, that's got to count for something, huh? In this world, I mean, divorce.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about our marriage unless they can hear about it weekly. By way of fucking podcast.
Well, we're doing, our mommy and daddy are doing their best.
Yeah, this podcast is for people who work day jobs.
Why do you get to say who this podcast is for?
It's for people who work day jobs.
Why is it that just for people who work day jobs?
Because I don't like people who do night work.
Excuse you? You love people who do night work.
No, I don't.
You are a person who does night work. You used to be a person who did other types of night work. Without the people who did night work, you wouldn't get served at a bar.
Let me rejigger what I've said. Rejigger. Don't.
Why did you have to do it?
Fucking word is tricky.
That is a that was a choice.
This podcast is for people, white collar, no, blue collar. What's the people who have shit jobs? Manual laborers.
Blue collar.
Low. Yeah, this podcast for low earning people,
like us,
common folk. Yeah, that's what we appeal to. I don't like anyone else, and it doesn't matter what color of common folk you are. I just want to reiterate. It doesn't matter.
Why are you reiterating? Because you said the word jigger.
Hey, Jesus Christ! Watch out!
What? you started it. Yeah. Well, what's nice is nobody cares about canceling.
You don't listen to podcasts, but you're telling me that you do like the clips from the Italian Impractical Jokers guys podcast.
No, this is what. So I once upon a time at a show in Brooklyn in a. I don't know what kind of store it was. It was like a Brooklyn kind of store,
What does that mean?
I don't know. They had like art.
Everyone was gay.
Everyone was gay.
But not like homosexual, just gay.
Just gay on the weekends.
Non-binary communists.
I don't know what was going on in the store. It was apparently a store, and I did a show.
You know who would clear out that store in a second? Kyle Rittenhouse with his gun.
Okay, fair. Would. Probably should have, let's be honest. But anyway, yeah, I did a show there. I think it was a coffee shop, actually. It doesn't fucking matter. It was something. It was something in Brooklyn, and there was this comedy photographer, but he's actually also just a regular photographer, but he takes photos of comedy shows. His name is Michael, I think. I don't know I can't remember. He was very nice, very talented. He goes by the Homeless Pimp on Instagram. He took some photos of the show. We follow each other. And it seems that in the time from then until now, he's become the clip guy / like maybe videographer, whatever, of Chris DiStefano and all his podcast stuff and all his personal stuff. So the most I know about Chris DiStefano comes from the Homeless Pimp's Instagram. So I actually have come across the clips of like their podcast, like Hey Babe, or like whatever it is, Chrissy Chaos. Anyway, I watch them. They're fucking funny. They're actually funny. And I think a lot of it, yes, the two people or whoever's on the show, like they are big personalities, and so they're fun to watch and they're funny, but like the way he does the editing is really, it makes it better. So yeah, I guess you could say I listen to 1/100th of each podcast they do. I don't know.
Oh no, I thought you said something about you were actually on the set of one of those shows. That's what I was trying to lead.
Yeah. Oh, well, sorry. You mean I just was plugging somebody?
Yeah, you're just plugging someone. I'm trying to be a
I was accidentally
a good co-host.
Okay, you know what? Okay, that was my fault. So when I yelled at you earlier, you can yell at me now.
Yeah, I do. I give subtle hints. I'm like a picture a ship in the night, sailing blindly, and I've got an oar, and I stick it in one side. I'm trying to lead you to a fucking comedy reference or story,
and instead you lead me into
an iceberg.
Yeah.
Women and children first, and then if you put on a wig, you're suddenly a woman. What about the trans community on Titanic? What would have happened? That's a question for the.
That's a question for a British panel show.
Yeah, that is.
Let's see if one of those comedians have anything funny
Women
to
and
say.
children first, then I'm on a wig and I'm punching women and children out of the way, getting on the boat, going, "I'm a lady."
So you're Billy Zane, basically.
Who's Billy Zane?
He was the bald guy who punched women and children.
Oh.
Was he bald on the?
He was bald. He had
he's bald now.
Beautiful hair.
He did have beautiful hair.
Yeah,
he did have beautiful hair. Actually, the movie was mostly for his hair, I think.
Yeah, he was the posh twat.
Yeah.
That Leonardo DiCaprio stole his ginger bitch.
Posh twat who pretended to have a posh twat.
But that was he did. He didn't dress up as a woman.
No,
he
didn't.
abducted a child.
Did he?
Yeah, he picked up. He goes, "I'm all she has in the world."
Oh yeah.
But she was a scraggly piece of shit. She was like she was an Irish child, a disgusting Irish child wearing rags. I remember it now.
Were you
Foxy,
related?
horrible, inbred,
Foxy,
potato ape, muck savage.
Okay, you're allowed to say all that.
And he picked it up, and it was like wiggling, going, "Mom, spazzing out," and he was like, "She's all I have in the world," and he's wearing a fucking cocktail suit, and it's like the child looks like a stain on his suit, and then they fell for that.
Well, yeah.
So you know what?
And then he brought it back to shore.
You don't even have to be trans to get on the boat. You just need.
And he was the first Harvey Weinstein.
You just need to abduct a child. That child would not have got you a lot of money.
That's not the one I wanted to say. What's the other one?
What?
Not Harvey Weinstein. Epstein.
Epstein, yeah.
He was the first Epstein.
Yeah.
And all it took was one crash into an iceberg.
St. Jeffrey.
St. Jeffrey.
It depends what communities you hang around with. Like,
I am interested in that case.
That's just added.
Excellent.
Yeah, Ghislaine.
It's not.
Ghislaine.
Well, it is now. Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, jizz on kids' face, Lane Maxwell.
I'm excited for that one. I hope it lasts all winter long.
Yeah, the only thing is, I think your former city, that's New York City, the big Windy Apple. They don't allow fucking. I don't think they have.
They're gonna do little drawings. They're gonna do little pictures.
That's why I've been looking at fucking illustrations. It's not the same. She doesn't look from the illustrations. She's not looking good. I mean, from the pencil, like she's getting grey hair.
Did she gain weight?
She just looks like a bag of shit. Like,
well,
I don't know. Jewish women don't age well anyway.
She's dressing for the job she has.
I hope she gets off.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is a.
With the Rittenhouse case, I obviously thought that he went to a BLM march and shot 3 black guys, because that's what the media had me thinking for a year. That his mom drove across state lines and he bought a gun. And then when you watch the court case, it was like he was working in the city and he didn't cross state lines with a gun. And you shoot some fucking what are you fucking looking at your water for?
I just dropped a bunch of dust in it and I drank it anyway.
Yeah, well, fuck, that's good for your immune system.
Yep, we're hoping so.
Anyway, all I'm saying...
I also got bored. I mean, you're...
Oh, shut up. Shut the fuck up. What I'm saying is that I was misled. And then I was like...
Shock me.
Yeah,
the media misleading?
The media misled me.
No.
So now I'm like...
I don't believe you.
No, I'm like, what's the media misleading me about these fucking... These
about
Epsteins?
Ghislaine? Jizzing?
What if these fucking so-called trafficked children... What if they were the ones... what reacting too fucking sexy around... I don't know how far I can go down this road, actually.
I'm staring into your eyes.
I'm trying to be contrarian, but I'm like, where does this end up?
I feel like it ends up with like
anyway,
a raid.
I think
house.
I want her to get off and then get like and maybe get Bill Clinton in trouble or something. He's wrapped up in it.
I feel like
Bill Gates, all the bills.
All right. Well, we'll see if that's what happens. We got a
She
whole
seems
trial.
like a charming Jewish woman, you know.
Does she?
I don't know her personally, but you know, she's got a nice smile. She doesn't have a smile of someone who trafficked children. Although
you need a smile like that to
you
traffic children.
Know that you say that.
Yeah.
You do need a kind smile if you're gonna, you know, make young girls massage this weird shaped penis apparently. So I remember.
What is
it with this?
What is you remember?
Yeah, it is. I do remember that. That was very. Okay. That was on camera. That was very funny. So I don't know. You're not really into the whole watching the court stuff go down, but that's my new kind of thing. I mean, you like Judge Judy, and I do like Judge Judy.
Suddenly, it's just me.
I do like Judge Judy, but there's just not enough bite with someone total to fucking Honda Civic. Sometimes I need, you know, children to be buried on an island somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's coming up in our fictional TV. But don't look at me and go like you like Judge Judy.
I like Judge Judy.
A friend of ours, or of mine, but now ours, flew from. There it is.
Judy.
If you have Patreon, you can see the portrait we had flown from New York in the suitcase.
She's coming
of
on the podcast.
Comedian. She's not coming on the podcast. Quit lying to the people. I was accidentally.
I'm emailing her people.
Lie to me, lie to yourself, whatever gets you through the night. Okay. I was accidentally on Impractical Jokers once, but I don't think I actually was on it. Your cord is...
My cord is gay.
There you go.
Okay.
I was doing a focus group. I don't know. I applied to do a focus group, so I went downtown.
What were you focusing on?
I don't even remember. I have no idea. It was in the interim period between me working at an antique store and then starting to work at that BDSM dungeon. So I was trying to like make money. So
were you really for the people that you were the manager of the dungeon and not some whore?
I was the manager of a BDSM dungeon. None of them are whores unless they want to be.
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant.
There you go. So I was trying to make some money. So it was like $60 or something. And so I was like, fuck it. So I went down there.
So a focus group is where you're filling out a form.
Yeah, no, they like corral you with a bunch of people, and I don't know, they like ask you about shit. I did one here recently.
Yeah, food related.
Well, no, I did one here that was just American. They wanted Americans to come down, and they like grilled us for like 2 hours about pies. And first they fucking said, so the one here that I just did, they were like, you know, are you prepared to taste sweet, savory, like all this shit? And I'm like, fuck yeah. So I go the first one hungry, and they tell us within like 7 minutes of sitting us down that they weren't feeding us that day. And you saw this like collective like disappointment of every American. Yeah. We're like, what? We just had, so we had to look at pie. They had pies sitting in the corner. They're like, we're not eating today. They're just sitting there. I'm like, are these prop pies? Like, I'll eat that one at the end. Can I have it? I mean, you know, because I came real fucking hungry.
You do love your calories, Americans. You're known for a calorie intake.
We do. However, they got, for this focus group, they got what I would say is a crop of, you know, Americans who seem to give a shit about what they eat. And I was like,
I think that's probably the ones who travel.
Yeah, and I was like, we're not, I don't think we're the people.
The focus group is probably people in the fucking sticks or fucking satellite towns or suburbs.
Yeah, I mean,
if it's pies, you're looking for fatties, and that's nothing against pies. Do you know, like, pie is my favorite food. Like, one of them.
Really?
I do love pie, yeah. Not like, I don't know, in America, pies are all sweet. Is that? Am I correct here?
Yeah, see, I like sweet pie.
No, meat pie is good.
Yeah, I've had the meat pie. I had it. I eventually had it in this focus group. I thought it was fine.
Did you have a steak and steak and ale?
Yep, that's what I had.
Steak and Guinness pie.
It was very nice. Fine. It was fine. Maybe it wasn't the best pie. I don't know. You know, I can't.
Sounds like a load of fucking bullshit to me.
Well, that's the pies they're trying to sell in America. They're trying to bring the pies over there and.
You got enough problems. You don't need pies over there.
Yeah, well, and we got pies, but they're probably not the same. They're not British pies, so like, you know, I get it.
No, it's like American Pie, that movie.
Yeah.
Was that a sweet pie?
Yes. You can't fuck a meat pie. That's gay.
You could fuck a meat pie.
That's gay. You're going to stick your meat into a meat pie and you're not going to come out gay?
Fucking a strawberry. Strawberry's a fruit. You're fucking a fruit. It's fucking gay as fuck. Hello?
Well,
what kind of pie was that?
Which do you think is gayer? If you fuck a fruit pie or a meat pie?
All right, first thing, none of them. There's nothing gay about fucking a pie.
Really?
No. No, not at all.
Do you speak from experience?
No. Not necessarily fucking a pie. What's gay is wasting food.
That is gay.
So
you
eat
it when you're done.
Yeah, I think you should.
What's your cum taste like?
Shut the fuck up. Don't be disgusting. I'm Catholic. Sorry.
You're Catholic
I just got triggered there by this fucking American bitch.
Very unkind. That you just name called me. Very unkind.
Sorry.
Are you gonna apologize?
My apologies.
I don't. That was the least authentic apology I've ever.
I always say that instead of saying sorry, just go my apologies. No one will really know what that means.
My apologies.
Are you gonna apologize? My apologies are not being said right now. I say that the second part in my head.
Oh, is that so? That's what just happened.
I go, my apologies, then in my head I'm going, they're not your apologies, they're mine, and I'm keeping them. You're not getting them.
That's what just happened.
Yeah, I store them for myself.
Oh, so you apologize to yourself?
For a lot of things.
For what?
Wasting food.
You've wasted food that you came in.
Back up with that shit, please.
What are you feeling?
I don't like that talk. I don't like that cum talk.
I don't like to hear that you wasted food.
I don't like it either.
Or cum.
So they paid you to eat the pies?
Yeah. They paid us to eat the pies and comment on the pies and comment on the packaging and comment on things that we'd like to see and wouldn't like to see on the packaging. And that was what I did here. The one in New York that I did, I don't know what it was for. I don't remember. I showed up. I put my name down. I think they had some chips out and some water. So, of course, I was unemployed at the time, so I ate as much as possible. But let's be honest. Employed, unemployed, I'm eating the food. And then they brought us into, like, a conference room, waiting room. Or, like, it was a waiting room. It was a waiting room. And there was a receptionist. It was some guy, right? And I should probably look back in my texts and find it, because something had happened to me that day or very recently that was hilarious. And I was probably like just moments before, and I was busy texting it to fucking everybody, right? Like, basically running a bit on anyone who would listen, like on my phone. But apparently, because what they were doing is then they were calling people to go in through the door. And like, I guess the joke was the receptionist was just being fucking weird, I guess. This guy in a suit and tie. I don't know. I was not paying attention to him at all. I was up my own ass fully. But I guess because I was laughing and texting so much, they thought I recognized the receptionist guy, who I guess is on Impractical Jokers.
Ah. Okay.
So then they were like, oh, okay, you know, and they said my name, and then I was taken to the back. But then it was just...
Or was it Salvacano?
I don't know if... No, it was somebody else. And I only know that because I now recognize him from the Homeless Pimps videos. Anyway, they brought me back, you know, where the set was. And they were like, oh, so, like, the guy who took me, he was like, oh, so you've seen the show before? And I was like, what show?
Oh, shit. And then he was like, fuck. And then they can't send you back into the fucking...
No, they can't send me back
stable.
Into the stable. But they were like, oh, what? They were like, you were... And I was like, I don't know. But I was like, yeah, I was just like... You know, because they don't know I do comedy either. You know, I'm just some fucking white bitch.
You're just trying to get, like, fucking $50 for the day.
Yeah, and I still got... I mean, they paid you.
How much?
Whatever the rate was. Whatever the rate was.
How do you not remember this?
I don't know.
You love money.
It wasn't the best moment of my life. It was like, you know what? I don't like how you said that.
No. I said it in a way that you love money. You would remember the price of something.
It was not an insane
I say
amount of money.
You like numbers, you know, not like wealth or like not in a Jewish way.
I don't like numbers. I'm not good at math.
Oh yeah, I know that. Anyway, let's say it was $40.
It might have been $40. It was somewhere between 40 and 60. I know that, something like that. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal. It was just.
Were they not afraid
cash.
that you'd walk around and like leak the news to everyone? Or was the whole thing tarnished?
I think you signed an NDA. Well, I think they said that they would email when the episode came out, but I don't think that episode came out. To be honest, that particular instance, and I've never watched the show, but what was going on in that waiting room wasn't funny enough. Like, he was like saying weird stuff
on the phone.
Yeah, like on the phone,
and everyone could hear.
And everyone could hear.
It's probably I've never watched the show either. It was probably leading up to something, I imagine.
Yeah, but it was like, I definitely, I feel like I remember I was like, that's weird, but I was also like, whatever, this is New York, like, you know, who cares? I was like, they're hiring, they're branching out, hiring people who...
Literally is the only form of comedy that does generally offend me, and I think it should be stopped, is that street prank comedy. I think it's an absolute abomination.
Who hurt you?
Anytime I see someone who's minding their own business getting fucked with by a funny comedian or whatever, like, I think it's every time someone gets knocked out, which I know happens, it's never filmed, but someone gets knocked unconscious, I think that's justification.
What about all that stuff online right now? Like, there's Ryan Long in New York.
He asks questions though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
I do find that funny. Now we've been contradicted so quickly in my rant.
My friend Autumn's boyfriend, he's a comedian who I think I haven't watched it, but I think it's basically the same thing. He does the same thing in Florida.
Jokey questions you're asking someone, you can just like not comment, or else you can go along with it and comment. I'm talking about when someone's like dressed up as something and they act like something's happening. Those people should be shot in the fucking head.
Wow, that's a pretty...
No, the street...
That's a Kyle Rittenhouse stance.
He didn't shoot anyone in the head. Maybe he did. The street is a very vulnerable place, and I don't think it's a place for a bloody prank.
Oh, yeah, just like generalized crime.
Yeah,
There's no room for pranks, because the streets are for crime.
Pretty funny if you're like getting robbed at gunpoint, and you're like, where's the camera? What's going on? Is that fake? Yeah, I mean... No, yeah, I never liked that shit. There was like Trigger Happy TV, and there was like Candid Camera and stuff, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There's a few different ones.
Isn't Jackass kind of that, or they're just...
I like Jackass until they did those ones that were just too fucking on the street as well. Anything if you're like, if it's a member of the public that's getting like fucking, who are kind of freaking out.
Yeah, I mean, because
I kind of feel bad.
Well, because we're all just trying to fucking get through the goddamn day, isn't it? Like, how do you, like...
If it's poor people or anything, like, if it's a minimum wage worker, I'm like, why you fucking bother? Like, if you're doing a stunt and someone's getting paid minimum wage, their job is shit anyway, and suddenly there's, like, you're pretending a fight breaks out or something, I'm like, fuck off, like. But no, like, anti-Semitism or racism or any of that shit on stage, that's hilarious to me.
Wow, that took a left turn. That.
I think it took a right turn if you think about it. Joke there.
Ding, ding, ding.
Woo.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, that show took off anyway, though.
I guess so. I don't know.
I never watched it. It was meant to be massive.
I haven't watched it either.
I don't watch enough stuff.
You what?
I don't watch enough stuff.
I don't know. Do you really want to be a stuff watcher?
I'm watching a lot of fucking TV lately. It's making me slow. I've got a I've got a roast battle to fucking write for.
Yeah, that I.
We didn't mention someone in the thing.
What?
In the Patreon.
Maybe they aren't.
The person who has I'm sorry, I'm not sorry .biz.
I don't know if I'm.
Anyway,
sorry,
I'm sorry, I'm not sorry .biz.
They might not support us anymore.
Oh well, if they're not, I guess. Oh well, that person I'm doing a roast battle with that person.
I don't know. I'd have to look, and I don't. Anyway, you're doing a roast battle.
Yeah. Yeah, which is not really my kind of.
Yeah, I don't know why you agreed to do that. To be honest,
I don't know. I think it might be fun. I don't know. I'm gonna have a beer for that.
I did one roast battle in New York, and I won. The whole thing took my entire week. If I hadn't won, I might have quit comedy. So
you really think it would affect you like that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little uptight. I don't like losing.
Yeah, I don't mind losing.
Yeah, and I don't know.
What's so bad about losing every once in a while?
I don't know. I feel
at
like
life, you know.
I feel like I
taking
lose.
an L.
I feel like I lose every.
I always take an L.
Maybe your guy.
That's why you do comedy.
I guess he does still.
Yeah. Would you mention what it's fucking actually called?
Whatever you said.
I'm sorry I said that. That is.
I think so.
Yeah. That'll do. Fucking. Anyway, if anyone still listens, check that out.
Yeah. Thanks.
Fun newsletter.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to fucking lose. I don't know. It just whatever.
We like this with sports. If you lose sports, you get pissed off for a week.
I was on a fucking basketball team that I had no business being a part of. So.
What? They're good.
Yeah, and I was horrendous at basketball. That was like not.
I don't want to say. I'm not shocked by that.
But that's fine. I'm not offended. I was terrible at it.
I seen you run before, and it's not.
Oh, that I don't run that bad. That I'm offended. What? You're making it sound like I run stupid.
Have I seen you run before? I've seen you run before.
I know how to run.
Yeah, but you're not. It's not your thing. You're not like a gazelle or anything.
I don't like running, but I'm not bad at running. I don't look stupid when I'm running. I'm not like limp-wristed like T-Rex running. Like
no, you plod along.
Plod along.
Yeah.
I think I haven't never seen.
Have I seen you run?
I used to have to run for tennis, which I was good at. I was good at tennis.
You shimmy for tennis.
No, don't you fucking tell me how to play tennis.
You shimmy, though. You don't run. You shimmy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I had to run as a part of my tennis training, so I know how to run.
But did you see yourself running? Or?
I don't run stupid. I make it a point to not run stupid. You know, I
don't think anyone who runs stupid can ever make it a point not to run stupid.
Yeah, because I have an idea of what. Okay, then why don't you tell me how I run? You tell me how I run.
Okay,
then.
I'm just gonna lay it out that have you seen me walk? It's all fucked up because my legs twist all over the place.
Yeah,
I'm pretty much kind of a disabled person.
I've seen you run and you look all right.
Yeah, when I run I can straighten out, but when I walk I'm all twisted up.
Okay, but
my legs turn in.
Well, what does this have to do with me running?
I thought your legs. No, I thought you kind of run like.
You think? Okay, to describe what you're doing.
Like I think you go like that, like a bit too like.
You think I sway
too
much?
Yeah, I think you're like your neck's really straight back, like or something.
You just said three very different things. The first thing was my arms went all over the place, like I was like I'm doing like retarded Vogue. That's like basically. And then your second thing was my arms are too straight and my back's too straight. That's what. And then I'm
picturing it in my mind, but now I'm thinking maybe I never saw you run.
I think you saw me run in Australia, but.
Did you go jogging once?
Yeah, once.
I can't remember, but there's something in my mind of maybe just the way you ran was a bit I'm gonna say it was just a bit different, which is nice. Different is good.
Just a bit different. I like that we've backpedaled. Well, anyway, I do want to say Fine. Well, how did we get on the topic of my exercise?
I can't remember, but let's keep going.
Well, you're doing a roast. I had to do this roast, and yeah, that's how we got on it. Sports. I'm just doing this because here's the thing: you write these fucking jokes, then they can never be used again, or you can like kind of take it and use it again if the next person you wrote. But it was just like a nightmare, and I did win. And I went up against Olga Namer, and she's funny.
What a beautiful name.
Yeah, but...
Olga.
Yeah.
Sounds like, when I hear the name Olga, it sounds like someone drinking milk and spilling it on their top.
That's not a roast joke, but that is something to say.
But ol in Gaelic is drink. And ga, it sounds like someone missing their mouth. Olga. Block. You know, it's like milk all over her fucking top.
It's probably what it's like to fuck her.
Oh, Lord.
Ding, ding, ding. No, I like Olga very much. She's funny, so that's 1 point for her. She's actually very funny. She's had a weird life. She grew up Orthodox Jewish, and was married very young.
Is that the ones where they have sex through the curtains?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I definitely had a joke about that. I'm gonna read my roast jokes so they didn't just die at that one night and fucking comedy fight club.
Okay, you
roast.
do. I'm Olga, and you do the roast jokes to me, and then I'm gonna try and do what I think Olga wrote back.
Okay, that's fun. Okay. Olga grew up in an Orthodox home and supports her faith by going on stage and proving that women shouldn't speak.
That is a good joke, yes.
That's not what she sounds like, but all right. I like Olga. She doesn't work. She drinks all day, but the thing I respect about her the most, I already fucked it up. I would have lost that round. You can't stutter. You have to be like...
Start it again.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's it,
Start again, there's no audience.
I like Olga. She doesn't work. She drinks all day, but the thing I respect about her the most is her decision to wait until marriage to fuck her cousin. And then you're not even making sound. You're just making a face.
I think Jewish people laugh silently.
Okay.
Orthodox.
Then she would have said something to me, and I would say, Olga, you anorexic, olive-skinned Jew.
I didn't say anything.
They would have put you in the oven, but they thought you were already done.
That is good, you fucking 4A dweeb. Where'd you get those glasses? The fucking second-hand store.
This is you talking
on the
to
corner
me right now.
No, I'm embodying a Jewish.
No, you like said this to me.
Where'd you get those glasses? I like the gold in them. Maybe I can melt it down and trade it in a store for some pennies.
Thank you, Anna Nicole Goldstein. Olga is a gold digger for 70-year-old men, which is impressive because I've never met a woman who is fucking dudes the same age as her IQ.
I think Jewish people are meant to be kind of smart, aren't they?
Well, Olga's kind of like, nah, ditzy. These are roast jokes. These are Olga roast jokes, by the way, for a roast that she was a part of. You got a joke for me? Yeah, I think you're going to lose your roast.
Listen, you fucking, you dumb fucking heretic with the wrong god.
Okay.
You can go around acting all fancy with your glasses and t-shirts, but let me tell you one thing right now. You run like a fucking spa. That
was too long. I boo. They're booing you now.
No one even knows how you run. Yeah. This is someone who hasn't prepared for a roast.
Yeah, this is you on Friday. Olga and Anne Frank have a lot in common. Their main difference is that one is the corpse of an emaciated Jew and the other is Anne Frank.
Listen, you dumb Gentile.
Okay.
Get your fucking Christian white ass back into slam poetry, because comedy is not for you. It's for us Jewish people, like Woody Allen and me.
The name Olga means holy, which is ironic because that's also what she named the blanket she fucks her cousin through.
You know what else is holy? Your face, you dumb cunt.
Wow. Okay. Olga's mom used to beat her. I felt bad, but then she said in her act that she dated her cousin, so clearly her mom didn't hit her enough.
Yes, I married my cousin. We're happily married and we have a cross-eyed baby. So, joke's on you, you disgusting Gentile who's going to hell. I think this is close.
It's ironic that Olga is a Jew. She reminds me a lot of Mother Teresa. They both weigh 90 pounds, hate the poor, and are in a relationship with a man who is over 2,000 years old.
Okay. I don't even know what religion you're part of, but nice glasses, you fucking geek.
Olga and Anne Frank have a lot in common. Both are young and frail and have had an unknown amount of old Jewish men die on top of them.
Oh, yeah, with the Anne Frank again. Frankly, I'm sick of you and your glasses.
The last one is Olga is Syrian, which makes sense because she's used to bombing for civilians.
Yeah, I'm Syrian. Syrian about how dumb your glasses look, you fool.
Wow. Okay.
Gentile.
So see, that's what I think I would, I would have reacted similarly had I not prepared. I'm nervous for your roast.
I got stuff prepared.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Although, who knows what's
you're not even talking to the mic.
Who knows what's going to happen on the night? I might forget it.
Well, I think you should.
I'm going to bring up little cards.
Little cards? Are you going to buy little cards?
Yeah, and I'm just going to flick them up. Anyway, the guy I'm roasting has glasses as well, so that was good practice right there.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So I've got at least 3 pretty solid jokes out of that.
And I don't think so.
He looks Jewish, so I might take some of your shit as well.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah. I mean, Anne Frank.
Yeah, I mean, I have to.
It's pretty original. Anne Frank jokes when it comes to Jewish people. No one's thought of that before.
Are you trying to bite the hand that feeds you the jokes that you're probably going to recycle for this roast?
No comment.
Okay. I have to do this show that I agreed to do before understanding the breadth of work. But in this show, I have to...
like David Blaine. See the magic there?
Yeah, I saw you put down your empty beer and replace it with an unopened new beer. I saw every move you made just then. Because I have my fucking glasses on.
Gracias.
Because I'm a four-eyed bitch. I have to roast. I'm on a team and I have to roast people on the other team, and it feels really weird because I don't know most of them. That's
not the only reason it feels weird, though, right?
That is the main reason it feels weird to roast people that you don't know.
Oh, isn't it like some team show?
I just said it was a team show. Well, it's like Wild and Out.
Yeah.
Which I don't fucking belong on. It's not my skill.
Are you the only?
I am the only white woman.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, is that where you were getting? Yeah.
There was something... I tried to give you some jokes, but you were like, they mightn't go down well with the audience.
There's a couple things to my disadvantage. One is that I am in a foreign country. Like, I don't know... there's things that I learn every fucking day that I don't realize about...
Can't dance, can't rap.
Well, yeah, that I'm aware of, no matter what country I'm in. But, yeah, like, I don't, It's gonna be something, but I don't. With the thing, I'm probably beyond rapping, not rapping, and not dancing because I'm probably not doing either. Because the amount. I mean, I don't mean to sound like this person, but it's like at a point you got to know your worth, and the amount of money that I was offered for something that was described one way but has ended up being another way, and the amount of work I have to do, and not just me, everyone, but the amount of work I'm doing prior to the show, plus doing the show itself, plus having an understanding that there are other people on the show being paid more than me, even though we're all doing the same amount of work. I don't want to say all of us because I can't know that for sure, but whatever. The point is, it's not the most ideal situation to go into, also knowing that I can't rap, I can't dance, I am the only white lady. One of the topics is shit white women love, and it's like, all right. Themselves, and then, but
deportation.
I'm going to use that. But the thing I'm the most have the most trepidation about, truly, is roasting anybody that I don't know or haven't had a conversation with before, because the whole, in my opinion, the way it all works, and this is coming out of, I don't know if you know this, like the New York City comedy scene, like the comedy scene. Generally, if you're going to roast somebody, you get to have a fucking conversation with them beforehand. So you're like, this is off limits. This is not, for me, nothing's off limits, but it's like, I don't know where other people are at. And when Olga and I roasted each other, we sat down and we had a fucking meeting, and I was like, here's some shit about me that you might not already know from my act. I learned some shit from her. And, then it was like, okay, you can go write your jokes now. And so it's weird because I'm like looking up people that I do not know, that I have zero relationship with, that I've never met before. And
the only thing you can make fun of them then is like their appearance, and I mean,
but then you're like,
everyone's black, so it's pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you mean?
Dude, I mean, I feel like I'm being, am I leaving this show like
is
alive?
This Impractical Jokers? Is this like a setup just for you?
Yeah, this is like, because it's just like, yo, like, I mean, like, there's.
Oh my God, you're gonna be Karen. There's gonna be a clip of you on the internet.
I'm after next Saturday, I'm gonna be canceled. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure of it. But it's like, I don't know. So
I
it's
don't know.
like,
How'd you win wailing out? By shouting the N-word to a room full of 2,000 people?
I don't know. It's supposed to be like a fun team thing, but it's like, it's just a little weird because it's like, I don't know anyone on my team. I didn't even really know I was doing the show until a couple weeks ago. I'm happy to be a team player.
I think you should braid your hair and then just
Ridiculous.
fucking talk about. Do you ever whoop your kid's ass? You know, about getting an ass whooping as a kid.
That's cultural appropriation.
You should
I would
just
love to take
lean
that
far
and
into it. Isn't there a white black guy on the show?
Isn't there a white black guy?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone. Like, I literally know 2 people. No, and then I met a third person like a week ago. So, like, you know, it's kind of like, all right, like, I'm happy to do it, but it's just it's a strange place for me to be in because I'm like, I certainly don't want to walk in there and say something during a roast that somebody's like, that's real fucked up. And I'm like, well, I wish I would have known that. What am I supposed to do? Just write what?
You should, like, you should. This is a prank.
Great.
So pretend.
This isn't Impractical Jokers. It's fake.
Pretend
wild
you're
and
pregnant, right? So have something in your thing, and then like halfway through the show, like pretend you're giving birth, and then like.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say give myself an abortion.
No, and then a black baby comes out and you throw it away. They might love that. That might be hilarious.
Oh yeah, I feel like you're gonna hear like
just
the
go,
ambulances.
Uh-oh.
This isn't the way I want it. You mean so like show up to the studio looking pregnant? Like,
yeah.
Have the whole joke start before the show even begins?
I didn't have an African American baby born. That's what they're called.
Don't look at me like that. I'm yeah, you know, I'm feeling like
you know what?
I wish I knew everybody. I feel like it could be fun then.
You should just rip on white women that what you are and the Chinese because they're not going to be there. So that's everyone's everyone's on board then.
Great. They're unhelpful. All of this is unhelpful. How do I seem, you know, this is something that I think is a theme with me, and I don't really I don't know. Am I believing in past life shit these days? I don't know. You know, am I grasping at anything? Maybe. You know, that's why people believe in religion. But like, I do seem to get in these like highly unusual, you know, specifically bad situations. And I'm not saying this is a bad situation, but I would definitely say it's an uncomfortable one. Because if I knew everybody, I feel like everything could be in like all in good fun. Yeah. But I don't know anybody well enough.
The thing is, at the end of the show, you might know everyone and you might have made a few friends.
Well, thank you. Glass is half full. Kind of way to look at it. Drunk guy across from me. No, but I mean,
they might be real fun people. Then
I'm sure they are.
Then you might be like, I can't wait to do the next one.
I feel like, look, I don't know, but it's like
they seem to sell tickets, so maybe it's a popular show. Maybe people are like, it's the first one ever they're doing.
I think so. I don't know. And like, look, I mean, I'm sure everybody involved is cool, but it's like again, I'm talking about having to roast people. That's the thing. Yeah. Beyond me, you know, being unable to rap and dance, which is, you know, of course, embarrassing, but that's embarrassment I live with every day. You know what I mean? This is like, I would really be bummed out to say the wrong thing, like a roast joke that's offensive. Like I want to say like, I don't know. I was gonna call somebody like a budget Chadwick Boseman, you know, but no, hold on, that's not what I was gonna do. I was gonna say he looks like Chadwick Boseman's corpse.
Yeah.
Wakanda for never.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but then I'm like, do you know what? I guess I'm just.
You could be like, hey, and this guy.
I don't know the guy.
This guy looks like Mr. T, and also this guy looks like Mr. T, and this guy over here looks like. Hey.
Am I?
Hey, everyone looks like Mr. T here.
I mean, that's funny. I just.
Oprah's over here. Oh, everyone looks like Oprah.
I should play up my whiteness. I mean, I don't know. You know, I think. I
think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I hope it'll be fun. It's just.
Black people laugh very hard.
That's a nice stereotype.
It is when they do laugh. It's better laughter than white people because they don't care. Actually. There's guys last night and they were falling out of their seat and they're in the middle of the show and that's why the show was actually good. Because if they weren't there, it was just all fucking, Italians or Spanish or whatever tourists you have going, I don't know what's going on.
Well, this is all I know. All I know is that all I can do is go in there and do myself. Like, I was talking with a guy I write with in New York, Misha Han, about it, and I was trying to kind of like write jokes to fit the brief, because that's like there was a brief involved in this, and the money is not brief worthy.
What about if you wear a sombrero? Straight off the top, that's kind of funny.
I'm going to wear a sombrero. And that's what you want me to do? You want me to go out there and do that noise?
And have like one of those...
Why don't you go do the show for me?
I have a feeling I might kill.
Yeah, you got the accent to be charming or whatever.
It's a Mexican mustache and a sombrero. And they wear like a kind of like it's like a doormat. Poncho. This is called.
It's like a doormat. Jesus Christ.
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
it's
you know what? You should go do the show for me. Actually, actually, this would be perfect for you. This will be perfect for you. We can start your transition. We'll get you a fucking dress and whatever.
Just give me your glasses. That's it. We have the same haircut, and I'll just go. Yeah,
I'm not wearing glasses in the promo photo. So.
Oh, all right. I'll just go. Yeah, I'm Katharyn. What of it? I'll be defensive straight away. Hello, I'm Katharyn. And what of it? We didn't say anything. I was like, oh, okay. So show me to where the rest of all the black people are. Let's do the jokes.
Wow. Yeah. Why don't you go get me canceled?
I have autism. Excuse you.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah. So we'll find out if I make it out of that show.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun. Honestly.
Well, it's one thing. Look, it's. I ate shit for 20 minutes the other night.
Yeah, so there you go.
Doing my own material.
That's on your own.
In front of but it's the thing. Here's the thing. I guess I feel like if I knew, my team prior.
Is this like a panel show?
It's not a panel show.
But, I mean, everyone's on stage at the same time.
Yeah.
So, once you don't have to be the first to start talking, you need, like, if one or two people before you bomb, then that sets you up to just have jokes. You know what I mean?
So I'm hoping for people to bomb.
Not bomb. Some people do well. You don't want anyone to do too well. Not the person right directly before the person who's talking directly before you. You don't want them to murder unless you can fucking write that energy out. It'd be grand.
Well, it's like topics, like.
You should. What you should do. Google what. Go on Google and go. What are black people into? And then maybe write a joke about the first 5 things.
No, but that's not how this works. And me trying to pander to anything is definitely not how this works. That's not going to come. I'm doing me.
Have you ever seen those African garbs?
Are you, yeah, I can't even have a conversation with you anymore.
You should wear like an African garb and just talk.
You know what? You know what I think I should do? I should put on blackface and then go do it.
Okay.
And you can call me Kanisha or something.
Tasteless.
That's
there's a line.
There's a
line, and you go over the line, and it becomes tasteless, and it looks bad.
But right now it's tasteful. You are the definition of tasteful for both of us. Who are you in this scenario?
I am almost a person of color.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right, because you're Irish.
And adopted. That's 2 things.
Okay.
But you are a white woman, so
that is correct.
The power dynamic is even uneven between us.
Really?
Everyone thinks the table is flat, but it's actually like this.
What is like this? Because they can't see you.
You're sitting up there, I'm down here.
Oh, so I'm higher than you.
Yeah, because you might use your fucking drones on me, you fucking American piece of shit.
Excuse you. Like, don't you yell at me at this table that is uneven where I'm at the top of it.
Sorry. I'm feeling the beers.
I can see that.
The American beers, obviously, I'm a slave to your capitalism.
Yeah, there's crack in those.
They're actually only 3%.
Crack.
My liver is falling apart. It's not processing the alcohol well anymore.
Is that a fact?
No, I'm very healthy. You should have seen me run today. It was unbelievable.
I bet, I think the person who's sitting here casting the stones about the weird running, I bet you run like a fucking idiot.
If idiots run fast, hey, have you ever seen Forrest Gump? Hello?
Have you ever seen the way he runs?
Yeah, fast and poetically.
That's not the word I'd use.
I mean, there was poetic parts when he ran across America. Anyway, I run fast. No, I'm not fast. I can run long, though. Far. For someone who smokes a lot, it's insane. I was thinking that. I'm like, if all these people knew who was running past, I was passing people out. Wow. And I wanted to go like, while I was passing them out going, I smoke like 10 a day, fool.
Why don't you just whip it out and suck your own dick right now?
I should have whipped out a cigarette. That's what, like, you know, it's always been my dream. Not my dream, but I've thought about it.
To smoke while running?
No, to finish a marathon and have a cigarette.
Finish a what?
A marathon and then have a cigarette.
That's your
like,
bucket
and
list?
then be like, and like even like holding in the vomit, because you know how upset people would be. You know, all the cameras and stuff. They'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "Fuck you." It's good. You can do both. They hate it, like, you know.
Well, you do have time. You could make that.
I should do a half marathon, and then like as I cross the finish line, dying, I will have a cigarette.
Like while on the ground, crawling over the finish.
Vomiting, still smoking.
But why do you think you're going to get your picture taken? Because you're not going to win the marathon.
There's people taking pictures of all the slow people fucking coming in last.
Why? Why do they take those pictures?
Because it's an achievement. Even a half marathon is an achievement.
Even if you're the last person?
I would not be last. I would not be fucking last.
Don't speak too soon.
I would not be last.
Oh, if
a lot of fatties do marathons.
If I have anything to do with it, you'll be last.
No. I maybe I should do a marathon next year. Maybe I should do a section of the London Marathon. If I finished the London Marathon, 26 miles, and I had a cigarette, that would be a viral moment. And not viral for bad reasons. Viral for, like, cigarette companies have been getting such a bad fucking run in the media.
Oh, you want to do something to help the cigarette companies?
I want to rebrand the image of the cigarettes.
Why?
Aren't all that bad. Because they're cool. They've always been cool. And if it's me...
Well, who told you they're cool?
The American movies. Do you have anything to do with that?
Really?
You and your Jewish friends. Do you have anything to do with that?
That's what you learn. It's Joe Rogan in American movies.
Joe Rogan doesn't like cigarettes.
Well, then
it's one of the only things me and him disagree about.
Well, you know, and I'm a smoker, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say I agree with Joe Rogan right now.
You would agree with him on the stuff that I disagree with him.
Only the one thing so far, but
it might be worth training for a marathon for 6 months, just to have a cigarette afterwards, just to be upsetting, just to be a contrarian.
You want to be one of these people, edgelord, stick poking.
I am an edgelord.
Pot stirring.
I am an edgelord. I'm an edgelord comedian. I always say that on stage.
Do you?
Yeah, I was saying it all last week when I was bombing. I was like, "Oh, sorry, guess you guys can't take the real edgelord in the room. What are you, a load of fucking girls?" And then I apologize for the women in the room because that's like offensive. I'm like, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, are you guys?
Where's my apology?
Oh, sorry to the visually impaired who have to wear glasses. God, what? Your fucking eyes need a wheelchair or something?
That was funny.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I guess to do comedy sometimes. It's been a bad week. Hasn't been my favorite.
Yeah, well, you know, that's life, isn't it?
Well, there's people they don't understand my accent, like.
Well, I think that's a you problem.
I made a joke about it, and the worst thing was, the joke I made about it, they're not understanding the joke because they can't understand my accent.
You know, I was talking to another.
Do you want to hear the joke?
Yeah, I guess I will. Sure.
Okay, let me just get into.
Oh, this is
How's everyone getting on?
Well,
how about the weather? The weather tonight's a bit wet, isn't it?
Jesus.
Oh, well, everyone made it out, and it's good. Thank you for supporting the arts. How's everyone doing?
You've never said that.
Oh, having trouble with you English people lately. Hey, sometimes you guys don't understand my accent. I do a comedy show, and you're like, "That was really funny," and I'm like, "Thank you," and then you're like, "But I didn't understand a word of it." I'm like, well, I'll tell you, the thing about my accent is I learned English off my parents. And they learned English off their parents. They learned English off their parents. And so on, you know?
Where's the
And
joke?
at some point, they learned English off, well, your grandparents, you know, with a gun. So they used to educate us with a gun, you know, which is good. It's an incentive. You put a gun in someone's face and go, you need to speak English now. They'll learn it. And then, you know, your grandparents, the educator, when they taught us with their gun, they're probably thinking, oh, my great grandchildren, someday they'll wear a lovely poppy.
Someday they'll what?
Wear a lovely poppy.
What's a poppy?
Poppy, for November, they wear poppies for the soldiers. The gayest of flowers. Only joking, all flowers are gay.
Okay. Wait, so this is the joke that nobody liked?
No, people like them.
So, I mean, look, you know, the English don't like to I mean,
There's no English people in the fucking comedy rooms.
Okay.
That's the problem.
All right. Well, I guess you and I are playing different rooms.
It's full of fucking...
And I'm not going to make a sweeping statement about the English.
It's full of foreigners. That's the problem with comedy. It's full of foreigners right now.
Well, you need to build a wall.
These rooms are full of fucking foreigners.
You know, I don't know. I think, you know, I don't think you actually want my real opinion about this.
What?
What? You don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
It's a good joke.
Yeah, it's a fine joke. Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it.
Well, it's a little too long in my opinion, but...
Yeah.
It's the only time I'm going to say that to you.
Well, the thing is, it's only going to be valid for another week after November. You didn't know about this is Poppy Month, no?
No.
It's in Canada, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand.
Okay.
They all celebrate it for soldiers. They don't celebrate it in America because their military got too big.
They're doing like No Shave November over there.
No, it's Movember. I've another joke about that too.
God damn it.
And they actually tie in together because they're both November jokes.
Mm.
It's like, I want to apologize about my moustache. It's not a charity moustache, you know, for men's penis cancer. That's this month, November, penis cancer month. This is I want the whole backseat of the bus to myself moustache.
This isn't just a November joke. Go on.
Hey, that's right, lady. Keep your kids away from me. You don't know me. You don't know what I'll do to them. Not a pedophile, just like space.
Yeah, I've heard you tell that outside of November. So, great, though. You know, I'm glad to see you're being creative.
Thank you. Yeah, the audiences just haven't been good this week, but I'm hoping for better audiences next week. It's like the audience sometimes need to work on being appreciative and listening. And understanding my accent. If you don't understand my accent, you're prejudiced.
Why don't you send him a fucking letter, okay?
Maybe off the top I should like kind of give him a little 2-minute like on the... You should really like, you know, try and like understand my humor or else maybe get out of the room because you're a fat retard.
All right, that's one way to do it. You know, it's funny. I can understand any comedian who has English as a second language.
I always forget how tough that probably is.
Well, I can understand them better. They're not funnier, but I can understand them better than I can understand some English comedians or Irish comedians. Just sometimes I don't know if it's, you know, the ear is still being trained or you speak too fast. I don't know. But yeah, I guess it's something to consider. I'm tired. I'm done.
How long is it?
57 minutes.
That's loads.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people who hung on in the Patreon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
To be honest, you only hung on because you forgot.
No, don't remind them. Thank you.
Don't
what
remind yourselves.
It was whatever you said. Say it one more time.
Sorry, I'm not sorry. That biz.
I think sorry, I'm not sorry. .biz is still there.
I'm fucking roasting him Friday. Be wide. If I start bombing, I'm gonna do something drastic. Something you might call a bit Kyle Rittenhouse, if you know what I mean. I'll get a gun.
You're going to get a gun. Yeah, it's sorry, I'm sorry, not sorry. I don't even know how to find out. But basically, yeah. Thank you for the people who are still here. And do you have anything else to say?
Well, I'm going to try and make this a weekly podcast again.
You're going to try to make it a weekly
podcast again.
Yes, we are going to try to do that. We'll
and
see.
If that doesn't work out bi-weekly, and if that doesn't work out, we'll see next month.
Well, don't make promises we can't keep.
Peace out and take Jesus into your heart and give that love that Jesus gives you to everyone you meet in the street.
Wow.
That's sweet, isn't it?
It just...
All right, or take Muhammad into your heart and give that love, and I mean, with that you're allowed to chop off someone's head as well. Or Moses, whatever. I think whatever African god.
All right, goodbye.
Kanye West.